anniversary then.
Well, our Daytime Book Club Author of the Month comes from Jonesboro this morning. Her book will release later this month. It is called The Dead. It is the final book in the Valaraii Rising Trilogy. We are honored to have Kristen Johnson back with us this morning with all of the details. Kristen, welcome back to Daytime.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The book is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, we were saying it has to feel really good to kind of hold it, especially with it being the final book in the series.
Yes, well, even just having the first, when they both come in, it's just amazing to me that it's my book and it's in print and it's physically in my hands. It's just amazing. So.
And you have a lot of fans that have been waiting on this third book.
A lot of my students, yes, and then my dad is one of my biggest sellers, I guess. He keeps telling everybody, you've got to read this book. It's great. It's awesome. And that I've gotten a ton of people that I don't even know who've just gotten information from my dad. So he's been one of my biggest cheerleaders.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yes, we all need a dad like that, right?
Yes.
That's right in there cheering us on.
Exactly. My parents are pretty cool that way. So
that's awesome.
I appreciate them both.
Well, and tell me a little bit about the series. A lot of magic.
Yes.
A lot of characters in this series.
Yes. Well, it was inspired by Tolkien. And so there's, the elves and the orcs and humans, and some of my own little creatures have made their ways in. And it centers around my main character, who is a Valaraii, which is a child of the gods. And her adventures trying to save the realm, Mythterra, with her dwarf family that they've kind of adopted her in, and trying to save them from the dark, and this book itself is that final culmination. They've gone on their trials, they've gone on their quests, and now the final battle is coming.
That final battle. And we've got all three books up there for you.
Yes.
You've got The Forgotten, which kicked it off, The Lost.
Yes.
And now The Dead here as we see.
Yeah.
What was it like putting together this final? Did you know all along that this was the story that was going to be told?
It's changed a little bit as it was turned into a trilogy, because I wrote it originally and turned it in, and the publisher thought it would work better as 3 instead of 1. And so as I worked on that and the different books, some things changed, some tweaks here, a little bit of things added in. So it evolved from one place, and now it's here, and I like it better. The way that the story changed and the tweaks that I've done, especially for this one had the most changes. And so I really like this better, how it ended and where I went with it.
And readers will have to wait a little bit longer.
Yes.
Your book comes out
August 21st. Yes, it'll be released. And then you can find it. There's a couple of local bookstores, the small bookstores that carry my books. Here in Johnson City, Johnson's Literary Depot. In Jonesboro, Fern and Fable Collective, and then in Kingsport, Haven bookstores, which is really cool. So if you like to support local and you like to support small, you can drop in there and grab a copy, and a little bit after August 21st, they'll have copies of The Dead.
That's exciting. And then you're on a book tour.
Yes.
Which you said you're kind of starting to get used to now.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of traveling and meeting readers. That has to be really neat.
It is neat. And just talking to them and hearing what they like and what they don't like. And I actually, at a couple of the book festivals where I've gone, one in particular in Greer, South Carolina, I met some people who had already read book 1 in this past April, and they were so excited to get book 2, and they were telling me what they liked and where they wanted things to go. And so it was neat getting critique from people I'd never met before, but who had kind of seen my books, or at least my first book, and were excited about the next 2 coming out. So.
And you mentioned your students are excited as well. We want to mention you've been high school teacher now for many years.
Yes.
And getting to share your passion for writing with your students and creativity and maybe encouraging the next generation.
I have students, for example, one of my students, I adore her. I had her last year, and she came up to me and said, I'm writing a novel. And she's all excited about it, and she's been writing. I said, well, I want to see it. Let me know, and I'll give you feedback. And she said, I will when I'm ready. Great young lady. And I get that a lot from my students, and I do. I have fun. They'll tell you in my classes we write, and I write with them, and I give them feedback, and we talk, and I share, and they critique some of my stuff. And so it's been a really interesting and neat give and take with them. And yeah, they're probably my biggest fans on social media. And they're the ones who give me like feedback and you've got this, Miss J, and yeah, I love that. I love that a lot.
Well, we're going to give everybody the information. Congratulations.
Cool. Thank
Very
you.
excited for you.
Thank you.
That third book is called The Dead, and it is, of course, by Kristen Johnson. It will release August 21st. Here's some of the spots that you can, of course, find that at. She's also got some book signings coming up as well, so you can find that on her website for more information. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you. Thank you.